What's up, YouTube? It's your man Big Noah back at it again. I'm about to take a look at this excerpt from this radio interview of Judge Lynn Toler, one of my favorite shows. She does, I believe, divorce court, and I like it. The name is not, a very positive name, divorce court, but her whole vibe on that show is more so, what can I do to try to keep these couples together? That's her vibe. I like watching her on television. And she has her opinion on the Amber Guyger case. If you don't know who Amber Guyger is, she walked into another man's apartment and murdered him. And when the police showed up, she told them that, I thought this was my apartment, and she got 10 years for that. A lot of people are saying that she should have got life, she should have got the needle, and who knows if she did that purposely, thinking that she would get away with it. And a lot of people are upset because the family of the deceased, they're hugging Amber Guyger, they're praising her, saying that, I forgive you, Amber. And so they're looking like they're looking for a check from the state, so they're more on a positive vibe. But this is Judge Lynn talking about the judge in that trial, exposing that this was a police officer. So maybe that played into the whole dynamic of Guyger just getting 10 years instead of life or the electric chair. But let's go ahead and delve in and take a look at this radio interview.
Do you think the judge that was sitting on the bench behavior towards Amber Guyger in the whole Dallas police shooting situation was appropriate? And then give me the legal side of what you think. Let's just say if you was on the Texas State Bar Association, and give me the personal side and how you feel about that whole situation, because it's an uproar.
Right. Oh, absolutely. I think what she did was grossly inappropriate.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. See, I'm not crazy.
Ricky Smiley, shout out
I'm
to
not
that
crazy,
brother.
I think everybody agrees with that. But there are a lot of levels to the things that she did wrong. First of all, she did not, although I did not see the entire sentencing, you need to focus on why she's going to jail. She made a lot of mistakes. She was, the decision to fire was made recklessly. She didn't look around in her surroundings. She didn't pay attention. She already had some kind of racial animus. So she had all these things that she did wrong. That's what you focus on. You go into prison for this, not, I'm so sorry you made a mistake. That's number one. Number two, you can't, not only are judges not allowed to do improper things, you have to avoid the appearance of impropriety.
Amen. Yes.
And if she's not in the habit of hugging murderers, then she shouldn't have hugged this one. Because the only reason she hugged her, because she was a police officer. That's number two. And that's what people come away with. And then what you do when you do that is you get divisive in the community because you upset people. You have to know how...
Yeah, if you're going to hug her, you got to hug everybody that go up in there for murder. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? From Tyrone to the goddamn serial killer guy, you know what I'm saying? You gotta hug everybody. Since you hugging murderers, you can't make this a sympathy show for this woman because you are a former police officer. I feel you on that.
How things, the optics look.
Amen.
Third problem that she had is she shouldn't have given her a Bible. What are you going to do with the atheist killers? You know what I mean? You can't proselytize from the bench. You just can't do it. Your beliefs are your beliefs.
Right.
But the separation of church and state is a very serious thing. And you can't just, I'm going to forgive you, God's going to forgive you, I'm going to give you a Bible.
Because my thing is, Judge Toler, and I support, and I be out here trying to help people, get people that look like us get seated to the bench, and then you see something like that, it's just absolutely heartbreaking. And then there was this judge that turned around and gave somebody 10 days in jail for falling asleep on jury duty.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I think that, different states and different jurisdictions have different ways of doing business, but I think what we forget about judges is that we're human, and I don't think we get trained appropriately to separate ourselves from how we feel and what we do. You know, they just give you that robe and tell you the rules, and they don't give you any kind of emotional training.
Right.
And I think that they should. That judge gave him 10 days because he was irritated. His docket got set back 45 minutes. That's why that cat got 10 days. He was irritated. But you've got to learn the difference between being irritated and being disrespected.
Right. Now, going back to the Amber Guyger case, that 10 years she got, that was real light and slight, right?
Here's my belief on this. I think we're chasing...
And wait a minute, let me piggyback on that question, and I want you to see if you can answer this.
She ain't used to getting interrupted. You saw her face like this. He asked me a question. That's funny.
That question, and I want you to...
Here's my belief on this. I think we're chasing...
And wait a minute, let me piggyback on that.
He saw her eyes get wide. Like, this nigga just interrupted me answering a question.
Let me piggyback on that. That question...
Here's my belief on this. I think we're chasing...
And wait a minute, let me piggyback on that question, and I want you to see if you can answer this.
Oh my goodness.
The judge have the discretion to add more years if she wanted to. Add that to his question.
I believe that she does in that jurisdiction. I'm not absolutely sure, but judges are very... We don't like to, if the jury makes a decision, we don't like to overrule it because it's a court of it's a jury of your peers. Unless we think it's really, really way off, you like to stick with what they did because this is the community that you serve, and these are the people in its community. That having, so you don't like to deviate from that very much.
Well, that's news to me. I didn't know that the judge was a former police officer. Man. Just a crazy case, man. And I've seen people get harsher sentences for doing less than taking a life. And who's to say that if that young man was alive and his brother got killed, the one that hugged him, that he wouldn't be trying to get a hug from Amber Guyger. So it's very difficult to even just go hard and march in the streets when they're hugging, someone who is posted or, been found out to share racist sentiments, It's crazy. But what are y'all thoughts about this case? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe as well.